Welcome back to Noob Talk. My name's Liban, and I'm back with Saf.
What up, guys?
And today it's all about FPS versus FPS, Activision versus EA, Infinite Warfare versus Battlefield. There's a lot of things that is going on with it.
And basically, we're here to see who's got the bigger gun. Oh, yeah.
Nz.
Alright, of course, plural.
Guns.
Okay, we'll work with that.
But getting it right into it, let's start with Infinite Warfare. Their trailer came out first. We've seen both of the videos. What are your initial impressions?
Wait, I'm gonna cut across you right there, and I'm gonna say, let's get Modern Warfare 1 out of the way.
Yes.
That's absolutely fantastic, and I, for one, am glad that's making a comeback. Why? Because those multiplayer maps were awesome, and so is the single player campaign, which, to be honest, for me anyway, led to the rise of the FPS as we know it.
As for the multiplayer maps for Modern Warfare Remaster, I don't think they're all there.
No, we're just being given 10, guys, but we are having them remastered, which means all the muddy textures that you see from the older consoles are effectively being redone, and I'm pretty sure some of the 3D models are also being revamped, which means that the graphics will be pretty epic and up to standard with this generation.
Just to add on to that, there have been screenshots released.
Yes, I've seen the comparison.
They look
and they're
a hell of a lot better.
Really good.
They look bloody amazing.
That's right. Modern Warfare 1. No, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 1, coming to you very soon, along with the launch of something that's not so positive. Would you like to say
Infinite Warfare. Infinite War means never ending for those guys who don't know what infinite is, which I'm sure you do, because you're all smart people.
And we're not. Right, but it does bring along with it baggage, I'm gonna call it. Why baggage? Because we've been there and done that. Come on, guys, this is where the sci-fi genre is at, and it looks like Call of Duty wants to head there next. Because how do you make battles bigger? Well, you blow planets up, dudes. That's what you do.
Now, Infinite Warfare, I personally couldn't find anything wrong with the trailer, but I wouldn't call myself the biggest FPS fan,
right,
or the biggest Call of Duty fan. But after looking around the dark world that is the internet, there seems to be a lot of nitpicking when it comes to the trailer. Things like reused animations, which I think is a huge I would never have noticed something like that. Would you have noticed something like reused animations?
Considering the sizable amount of assets that Activision has in store, can we really be? They re-release the same game essentially. I mean, it's the same mechanics with a different cinematic.
And a different spin on it.
Yeah, and a different narrative. But usually the mechanics stay almost the same. With changes here and there, they might introduce a new feature like, I don't know, drones and UV stuff, you know. But there's not that much of a change going on. And I think that's where people are starting to hate on the franchise as a whole. Personally, I didn't having played a lot of FPSs, including pretty much all of the Call of Duties.
Yeah, I remember you trying to force me to play them. Yeah.
Not fun
at all.
Yeah, having enjoyed these games throughout a long period of my life, in fact, Modern Warfare 1 for me, like I said, was a really big benchmark for FPS games in general, and I'm pretty sure I spent a lot of my high school years just on the multiplayer, killing people.
Alright, but let's just get the facts out of the way now. For Infinite Warfare, currently as it stands, it's the worst rated game in YouTube history.
Worst
game trailer.
rated trailer. I think that's the point.
2 million dislikes.
Yes, I think
that's ridiculous.
The disliking simply became a trend or a meme.
It became a troll thing, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the memes are hilarious. Have you seen some of the memes? It's literally...
I haven't actually...
It's literally Battlefield.
Which is weird.
A Battlefield beating the crap out of Call of Duty, just slapping it in the face. It's great. But yeah, please do carry on.
Yeah, so Infinite Warfare, personally, isn't looking too bad. It looks to be heading in the same general direction as all of the previous games, but It's just now people are starting to notice it, that they're recycling everything and constantly giving us the same game. I wonder where their budget comes from.
Everyone that buys it every year.
Probably, and those sales figures to match. has led to Activision becoming quite a sizable company, but
Becoming a rich company.
yeah. And if they can sell us the same thing over and over again, I pretty much guarantee that I would do the same.
Do you know what's
No
funny?
offense.
Following on that, yeah, we're talking about people buying the same thing over and over again, regardless of the fact that their initial impressions are not good of any kind of Call of Duty game.
Right. So they understand, the general public understands
All the
that
way-
it's a recycle game.
All the way to the point where the CEO gets involved, and he makes such an obvious, interesting point where he talks about Black Ops and how that was not well received, but then that went on to selling so much, it
Right.
became one of their best Call of Duty games.
Right, yeah, because this is a step in a new direction for Call of Duty games in general. We haven't seen space warfare before
No.
in the series, and it looks to be like a new venture for the company, which is great, really it is. I'd love to see something new, and frankly, I have no issues with it personally, because I'm not a troll.
Neither do I. But let's move on to something that has been getting a lot of favour, and that's Battlefield 1.
Right,
Yeah.
Battlefield 1.
Second one to show up, over 1 million likes. I think over over 1 million likes. Everyone's saying, yep, this is the Call of Duty killer. This is where Call of Duty ends. Call of Duty just got stabbed in the gut.
Okay, just
All the
before we
times.
do move on to Battlefield though,
Yeah.
I just wanted to make an interesting point, which I hope is interesting anyway. Are they re-releasing Modern Warfare 1 as a failsafe for Infinite Warfare?
This is something the CEO touched on as well. The way he puts it as, right, so first he panders to the fans. He's like, the community's great, loads of passionate Call of Duty players, that's why the video's got so many dislikes, which I think, okay, that makes no sense whatsoever, right? But he goes on to say,
It's true. The fan base is speaking out, and you know they want to direct the franchise themselves,
Yeah.
which I guess the CEO is interested in. But sorry, carry on.
he basically goes on to say that where he sees Call of Duty going is he sees fans that want something new with every iteration, and obviously there are fans also that want to see the same trusted, tried and tested game that they love to play, and that's why they've included Modern Warfare Remaster
Right.
and Infinite Warfare.
So they're trying to appeal to both bases here. That's what you're trying to say.
Pretty much. Think about it this way. This is the hilarious bit, right? Everyone loves Modern Warfare, yeah? So what if Activision were just like, okay, here's instead of showing Infinite Warfare, which could have come later on, they could have been like, do you know what, we're releasing Modern Warfare Remaster. I think they could have blown up with that in a really positive way. Because people are getting what they want in Modern Warfare Remaster, but I think a lot of that's being shadowed by all the negative criticism about Infinite Warfare.
But here's the thing, usually people aren't really happy with change, we know that.
Yeah.
That's why the reception of Modern Warfare 1 was great. But we're also complaining about the fact that they're reusing the same animations.
I swear I would never have noticed something like
So
that.
what do it's kind of a hard bargain for Activision, where they have to appeal to both fan bases and yet receive criticism not for releasing something new, but they're also releasing something old at the same time.
Exactly.
So what do you want from the company? Maybe you guys can tell us.
That's probably what the CEO is screaming out of the window to his just to the world. What do you want from me? Giving you what you want.
Right, let's
But
move on
moving
to
on,
Battlefield 1. Awesome trailer.
Trailer looked amazing.
And
Beautiful trailer.
Visuals obviously have been updated thanks to the brilliant DICE engine playing its major role in there.
World War One, they're going back to their roots.
Yep, they are going back to their roots. I have played Battlefield 4 extensively, and the 64-player multiplayer is absolutely epic. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of YouTube videos that you can find right now showing you a little bit of a taster of what you can expect from the multiplayer. But even the single player campaign can hold its own against Call of Duty and get away unscathed.
So then how come? I mean, I think the way I see it, Battlefield has always been pretty favoured. I mean, DICE are amazing.
Right.
Battlefield has been pretty favoured. So why is it in this instant that... Because to me, being a noob, and this is Noob Talk, when it comes to FPS, an FPS is an FPS to me, right? So why is Battlefield getting so much more favour than Infinite Warfare?
Well, it comes back to the people wanting the same thing over and over again, but not wanting the same thing over and over again. We're probably looking at almost 100% the same game, and that is somehow more appealing than a new game and an old game at once. Why? Well, I guess maybe, I don't know, the DICE engine is better, or
Yeah, I mean, if we just look at it from a visual standpoint, Battlefield did look a lot better than Infinite Warfare did.
Certainly. I think it's exposure too, guys, because I think there's a massive fan base for Call of Duty.
It's ridiculously huge.
Yeah, ridiculously.
You got all the 10-year-olds telling you that your mum's this, your mum's that.
Yeah, that always helps my confidence. That
Yeah.
And then you've got the not as big but still quite significant fan base of Battlefield. Not to mention the Battlefront games, which have given Battlefield more exposure, because there's quite a numerous amount of Star Wars fans out there who have had experience with DICE's engine 2 now and may be interested in Battlefield.
Alright, well, to wrap things up, I'm pretty sure there's going to be more at E3 anyway, 100%. I'm sure Infinite Warfare is going to show their multiplayer at E3, and so will Battlefield, so we'll find out which one's better then. But from a general standpoint now, would you go Infinite Warfare or would you go Battlefield?
Well, here's the issue. I actually haven't played Battlefield 1. Like I said, it was before the prime time of FPS, so I would love to experience that. And to me, Infinite Warfare doesn't seem that unappealing as people are putting it out to be. Like I said, I think those 2 million dislikes are just trolls, basically, for saying
it's still amazing to
we're
see.
not going to let you live either way. So whether you release an old game or a new one, we are going to hunt you down and have your blood for dinner.
Well, as I mentioned before, FPS are FPS to me. It don't really make much of a difference. I do have more experience with COD than I do with the Battlefield series. If they do ever release Modern Warfare Remastered as a standalone, I probably will get it.
So does that mean you're not looking to buy Infinite Warfare?
No, because it just does not appeal to me. That's it. It just does not appeal to me. And that just might be because of me not being big on FPS games to begin with. But I did like Modern Warfare.
And just before we conclude, I'm going to add an additional point.
Yeah.
Looking at today's culture, especially movies and pop culture in movies and audio and whatnot.
Right.
Looking at that, we're just getting to bigger and bigger set pieces and warfare on a grander scale. Perhaps it's just the cultural influence that's dragging these games out from planet Earth and into the sky.
They just want to fight aliens. That's it. They just want to shoot aliens.
I guess that
essentially it's going to get to the point.
The rating.
Yeah, essentially they're going to get bored of Earth and say, like, here's Mars. This is what Mars looks like. And then you're going to have critics saying, no, that's not Mars. Like, they're going to know what Mars looks like. Anyway, it's like, that's not a real representation of Mars.
The same images that NASA showed us when they faked Mars.
You use the same rockets. Make up your own rockets.
Right. Well, thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that was Infinite Warfare versus Battlefield.
And we hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, let us know what game you go for. As always, we do Noob Talks every Monday, so look forward to it then. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.